L'Enfant Sauvage. Kind of just rolls off the tongue. Greetings, Cover Killer Nation. It's time for yet another album review, and we are here to talk about the new Gojira album. Gojira, man. It's kind of cool. Talking about a band called Gojira. So, of course, these the original name for Godzilla. And I'm here wearing a shirt that's representing zombies, which is one of many current crazes going on. And Gojira is actually a kind of a craze in their own right. This is a band that has gained significant attention amongst the metal community over the past couple of years. And it has been 4 years ever since the release of their last album, The Way of All Flesh. So there has been a lot of talk and a lot of time for people to kind of think about what the next record is going to sound like and what it's going to really do to America and abroad. And also has given them plenty of time to get the anticipatory jitters and just flat out demand the album immediately. Well, rest assured, June 26th is coming very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen. So your anticipation will quickly be quenched by the album being released. However, we're here to talk about the album. Is the album actually worth picking up whenever it's released? Well, of course it is. Anything that you like is going to be worth picking up whenever it's released. But my job here is to examine the album, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, for those of you who don't know what this band is all about, they are able to combine many different elements of metal into one big brew of sonic delight. We're talking technical metal, we're talking progressive metal, we're talking somewhat even borderline on stoner metal. I don't know. I really wouldn't go that far. However, there are some moments where some people could conjure up Mastodon references if they really wanted to. If they really wanted to go that far and be that ridiculous, that's fine. I would support them. And they were able to reflect this all with environmentally charged lyrics, and also with just this persona and this kind of ambition to them, that is very second to none. It's very hard to really find anybody that's able to do this just as well as they do. Now, the environmentally charged lyrics are going to be kind of taking a little bit of a step back, because L'Enfant Sauvage actually means the wild child. And this is talking about what freedom is all about, and by freedom, it's more introspective toward the process itself of having the freedom to make a record and kind of do whatever you want. But what does freedom actually mean? What does freedom actually conjure? What does it actually, entail? This album aims to really talk about that, and talk about how you can descend into madness because of freedom. It's quite a fantastic concept. It's quite well done. Musically, this is a band that does not need to tweak much to the sound to really convey a strong reaction. The band has a sound that is enigmatic enough and technical enough that many people are going to enjoy, because it has both very strange rhythms to it, where it is going to be very, very friendly to those who are instrumentalists, who really enjoy to trying to dissect this stuff. While at the same time, it also does have those catchy hooks. It does have catchy hooks to this that are easier to play. Not to mention also for those who just listen and who do not play, easier to listen to. Very easy on the ears. So the combination of that is done very, very well. It's almost like a 50-50 split. And they're able to do so by molding a really nice flow to the album, not to mention also by making this album diverse. I know that I talk about diversity a lot, but it is so freaking critical whenever it comes to creating and crafting a strong release. Now, I know that sometimes whenever you're lumped into just one corner of metal, like let's say you're just a black metal band, or you're just a progressive metal band, or you're just, a grindcore band, it's a little bit difficult to kind of break way to the formula, else fearing that you would have crossed over. But you can do enough within your own genre, within your own subgenre, within even your own sub-subgenre, that you're able to really keep the pot, interesting. You're able to keep the brew inside extremely interesting. You're able to add flavor to your entree, and that's what Gojira is able to do. They're able to add that flavor to the entree. They're able to spice it up, and the way they're able to spice it up is in the construction of the song. It's in the body. It's in the work itself. It's in the fact that these are all lyrics that are extremely introspective. These are all lyrics that definitely have a broader meaning, but at the same time carry a lot of thought that go along with it. This is because the music that surrounds it is something where there can be a whirlwind of craziness going on 1 second, and then it can calm down just a little bit. Now, this is not taking it to the extremes of bands such as Between the Buried and Me, that are just going to stop on a dime and go from aggro aggression, super duper ridiculosity, to calm, soothing, almost serene beach-like moments. No, we're not quite going to that radical of an extreme. No, instead this is something where everything kind of follows a nice little pathway to where it's exactly going. Almost like a roller coaster, where all of the ridiculousness can be seen as the ascent and the initial descent from the fall on a roller coaster, and then the lull pattern, the places where it's just a little bit softer, can be described as the ride that it takes you to the next hill, to the next valley, to the next thrill part of the attraction. I enjoy the fact that this is an album also that is able to alter the pace a good bit. I do like the fact that this is an album that has a nice, constant, and consistent flow to it. Right in the middle of the record, there is an instrumental that's about 2 minutes in length. That doesn't really do that much, however, it's kind of a very nice little break. It's kind of like a mental break that you get. And it is just sort of, it's a nice little midway point to the record, and that is something that it's kind of nice to have, because you need to have a little bit of a lull in the action just to kind of recoup after everything that you've just been through and kind of prepare yourself for what you're about to encounter. Overall, this album is very solid. It's full of good material. It's all got, all of the quintessential factors that you need in order to really have a strong release. They are filled with good hooks. They are filled with, excellent melodies. The instrumentalization is not bland. It's not going to be dull or boring on all tracks. Not at all. In fact, it's going to be very diverse. There's going to be many different tastes that you're going to taste whenever you eat this entree. Not to mention, it also has a good bit of just thrill-seeking to it, where there are tracks that are going to kind of go above and beyond that expectation that you have in order to really wow you. I really like the fact that this is an album that doesn't really mess around. It's one that definitely brings on the heaviness, and it keeps you there until it needs to incorporate something a little bit softer for variety's sake. This is also an album with a definite concept that I can get behind. I think that it's an interesting, introspective journey, and I think that the music is able to layer and flower around it beautifully. Overall, this is an album that's going to be talked about for quite a long period of time. And the reason for that is because this is a band that's come back from a 4-year hiatus and simply delivered another fantastic record. No bullshit. This is simply a band that has been able to come back after a 4-year hiatus and deliver a fantastic grouping of songs that doesn't seem like they've been gone for 4 years. It seems instead that perhaps they only waited 1 year. Almost like they never took their foot off the accelerator. It just seemed like it took them a little bit longer to get where they needed to go. Almost like they took a scenic route to get back to releasing a studio record. 9 out of 10, really enjoyed this release. I know that you guys will too, so definitely go and pick it up on June the 26th, which is only about a week and a half away, so you don't have a lot of time that you need to wait, just in case those anticipatory jitters are making you, pee yourself. Well, find a bedpan, find a bush, find a toilet, take care of it, or even find your girlfriend. Maybe she likes that shit. I don't know. Alright guys, I'll talk to you guys next time. Thank you, and do check out this album whenever it comes out on June the 26th.